What is going on, guys? This is EK1 Gaming here, and today we are bringing you another New World video. Now, in this video today, we're going to be showing you the best settings that we've found in the game to maximize FPS and also not to slack on the graphic or visuals. So it's going to feel good, look good, and you're going to have a good rate of FPS. Now, before we get into the video, of course, this is a New World video, meaning you can now enter the competition to win a copy of New World. Now, we are running this competition across all of our videos, so you can comment on multiple videos and have a higher chance of winning. All you have to do is leave a like, hit a comment in the comment section below of all the New World videos, and of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll be picking multiple winners across all of our New World videos for the next few weeks, so be sure to enter for your chance to be playing this amazing game. Of course, if you don't want to enter the competition, you want to help support the channel, please consider hitting the like button, hitting that subscribe button, and leave me a comment in the comment section below telling me your thoughts on the video. So getting into the settings, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to your preferences, and then you're going to want to switch bandwidth mode to high. Now, the reason for this is that it will basically prioritize this when using your network or your bandwidth. So you want that as high as possible. If you don't have very good internet, it's definitely going to help out because it will actually prioritize this game over anything else connected to the network. Then you want to go down to gameplay. Now, camera sensitivity, you can play around with that. I have put mine at 40, but that is just a personal preference. It's basically like DPI, you know, it's your personal preference, how fast you want things to move with the mouse, or basically how fast the camera turns when you move. I have turned off camera shake, and the reason for this is that if you get hit by certain NPCs, it shakes your camera, so the screen shakes, and it's hard for you to aim back and fight back. So I've switched that off so it doesn't happen. Also, you want always show reticle on because that gives you the reticle, the aiming reticle at all times on the screen. So if you're using something like the fire staff, it's easy to aim, or a musket, it's easy to aim and shoot. Again, on this, always show weapons is on. That means I know exactly what weapons I've got equipped and what's active and what's not active. And then I also have show extra ability cooldown, so it shows me the abilities for both things on there as well, so I know if they are active or on cooldown. Apart from that, I haven't turned anything else on or off during this section. Now, in the visuals, you want full screen, always full screen to max out the FPS that you're going to get in game. However, resolution, this is what's confusing some people. Some people are picking their normal resolution for their monitor, but you want to select the highest one possible. I made the change from 1920 to 1080 to this, and it absolutely made the visuals look so much better. I only have a 1920 1080 monitor. However, for some reason, it picks up this. I don't know why, but it picks this up and it looks a lot better for me when I'm gaming. Brightness and contrast, of course, are up to you. You can change those as you wish. Field of view, you always want to have that maximum so you can see more of the surrounding area, so you've got more field of view. And then video quality, I have mine on custom. Now, this is going to depend on your PC and your personal preference, what you want to prioritize or what you don't want to prioritize. For me, effects, I have them very high, and I'm running a 3070 NVIDIA graphics card, so very high on effects. I could technically run it all on very high, but my frames per second do drop slightly. So lighting details, they're not really important to me personally, so I put them on medium. You could have them on low if you need to. I have object details very high, post-processing very high, shadow low because I don't care about the shadows in the game. Terrain very high because I like the visuals and the scenery and all that good stuff. Textures details very high, and then water, I put that on low. Water, even on low, still looks amazing, still looks great. I don't really see that much of a difference in it, to be honest with you, but it did up my frames per second on the game. Show FPS, I have this off because I already have Steam has an overlay which gives me my FPS, or my monitor can do it as well, so I have that off, but some people do have that on. VSync You never want this on ever. I don't even know why it's an option. Turn it off, leave it off, that's it. Max FPS. Now, certain people are showing you to put 60 frames per second because they think this game is capped. Well, it's not. So uncapped will give you more FPS depending on what your computer can push out, depending on what your monitor can push out and all that. So for me, to raise the FPS, one of the things you can do is this here. You see the name tags? You can probably see it glitching or like lagging a little bit in the back the higher this is. So I set that on 2, and that is basically the people around you. So we can see briefly this name here. There's no one else around me at the moment, but if there was, say, 20 players there, I'd see all 20 of those players' name tags. If you put that on 2, you'd only see one and another person, so you'd see 2. So I put that on 2 because it's less pressure on your system to load in all those different name tags. It's very easy to do, so just put down to 2. And, you know, if you're in a team and you want to see more, just put 4, 5, however many you want. Cap FPS in the background, I have this on because I know end of times, you know, tab out of the game to go onto YouTube or to go and Twitter or Discord. So you don't want that running in the background at a high frame rate because it will just take up more of your computer usage. Dynamic resolution scaling, I have that switched on. Now, audio, I don't really change anything in here. The only thing to look at in here is if you're having audio problems is the output configuration. Are you using a headset or are you using speakers? Literally those 2 options. I use my Beyerdynamic headset, so I've got mine on headphones. Communication. Now, this is where if you're a content creator or a streamer, you don't want to hear everyone else in the town. So put this on group only or disable it completely. I have it on group only, but you can disable it. Group only means you can just talk to the people that are in your group and they can hear you and you can hear them in game. Of course, most of the people who use Discord, I use Discord all the time. But if you're not and you're in the open world, you don't want everyone hearing what you're saying and you don't want to have to hear what everyone else is saying, especially if you're streaming or doing content, because, you know, people are not always very nice. Speakers, of course, if you can't hear anything, go to this option here, pick whatever your speaker settings are. So, you know, it could be anything. I have mine as sample. I could have had it on game if I wanted to, so I could change the volume on my Go XLR. Microphone, the same. Just pick whatever microphone you want to use. If you do use a voice mod, you can click that voice mod as well if you want to play around with people in the open chat. Push to talk, I have it on hold, but I never use it. I'm always in Discord, as I say. Apart from that, there's nothing really on here that I've changed. That's pretty much it for any settings that I wanted to change or any settings that I would recommend to change. I get around 90 frames per second on average. I have seen it go up to like 120 or 130 potentially, but that's only at certain points. Of course, when there's more going on, the frames will drop slightly. It just depends how busy the game is at the time and how much rendering and loading your computer is doing. Now, apart from that, if you've got accessibility issues or you want to, say you're colorblind, you can go on and put the filters on. You can have text-to-speech if you're struggling with any of that. So this is another good function within the settings. I don't require any of this, but there may be some people out there watching the video that do require it, and you can have this on. You can make the text bigger and all that good stuff for you guys. So with that being said, that's it for the settings video. We're not going to drag this one out. Take care, everybody. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit me a comment in the comment section below. Make sure you enter that competition to win a copy, and I'll see you all in the next video.